is there a mustache on my head? Mustache. New look? Does this make me look dignified? Never mind. Okay, sorry, champions. Everything's gone wrong today. Even my coffee. Even my coffee went wrong. The new grinder, we're still dialing her in. Alright, seance. How are you, champions? Ambrose, Ratfinks, Tom, how's it going? Ratfinks, congratulations on another feature. I did your puzzle. I found it very nice. The one that looked like a rat. I think it was a Mark puzzle. Mark did it. It's quite tricky. It took me longer than it should have because I kept realizing I missed rules about how the digits work. Okay, I think audio's a bit low for this. How's the audio capture, champions? Is that okay? Too little, too loud? You should have a little bit of music. I forgot digits can't repeat on a line. Oh, so I missed that one first. And then I missed that the circles were a set of digits 1 to 9. So I'm like, oh, I'm like, how do you move with this? Oh, digits can't repeat on a line. Okay, that helps. And then the other one. Oh, gosh. If you want a good Sudoku, check out Mark's video from yesterday on cracking the cryptic. Whoopsies indeed. You know how sometimes, Sudoku content creators miss rules. I am absolutely shocking with it, or forget rules. Like, I'd be the worst Sudoku content creator ever. It's like, we're 90 minutes in, oh, digits can't repeat on a line. And then 4 minutes later, the puzzle's done. Okay, it's 11:59, so let's just get to 12, and then we'll see what's available to us. You again. Tell me what you think about Carmella. Not too self-important for one so famous. I talked to her to learn about the parameters of seances. How many are needed and a medium required? Can something more than ghosts be communed with? She answered my questions calmly and thoroughly. Then she drew me a card and warned me to be careful in dealing with the unknown. A real showwoman to the end.
I'll be off, Mr. O'Mara.
Don't let me keep you.
Don't let me keep you. We made it to lunchtime, chat. Oh, hello. Let's just, here. Can I duck? I want to be very subtle about my eavesdropping. They can't see me. I'm hidden behind this chair.
I'm glad to be outside again. That house? The air is heavy in there.
What was hilarious, it's a part of a series by different setters, all of which have a weird disjoint set. Oh, right, the circles were a disjoint set. Both the creator of the series and previous setter forgot they had to be different digits. With the rules, it was like... I think because that rule was like... The reason I missed it was like really up the top. And usually I sort of skim the very top because it's always just like digits 1 to 9 in each row column and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't need to read that. I don't need to take the quarter of a second to read that. I'd prefer to not read that and then risk that I'm going to take, waste 33 minutes. How's that, Tom? Is that volume better?
Likely the spirits.
Yes, I know. I'm not used to being near so many.
Well, it is the sort of place where they would be common.
They are more than common here. What has happened in this house?
I suspect the same thing that happens everywhere people have power and no consequences.
See? In that way, this place does feel like home.
Have we had a good chat
Hello
with
again, my friend.
the Undertaker here? No, we haven't. Alright. You have the weird dreams, matey? Mine saw the classic Celtic iconography around the hotel, standing stones, spirals, all that. It was all in the manor walls at first, but the more often I dream it, the more I'm seeing the same elements, but in my funeral parlour at home. That sounds unnerving. At first I found it quite comforting. The views of home are crystal clear and help me with my homesickness. But once I realised I could not reach home, then yes, unnerving. I could only ever find my way to the seance, or what I took to represent that, at least. It's given some apprehension about attending. I cannot lie. I've already been here the longest, at least from the guests. Any longer and I feel this place will get its claws in me for good. A second person. One more will confirm my theory. A little bit more? Okay, thank you. That ought to do it. Have we analysed you, maybe? We have analysed you, then why haven't I had a chat with you? That's weird. You've been here the longest, so you should be able to tell me which room Miss Deanne was staying in. Miss Darcy mentioned overhearing a fight between Miss Deanne and Miss Quinn outside her room. Room 13. I cannot help beyond that. Okay, so it's near room 13, is what it's telling us. What do I want to ask you about? I don't really want to ask you about anything else.
Not at all, Miss.
Hey, don't sneak up on people like that.
Really? You didn't see me behind that chair, love?
If you were the porter with my telegram, sure. But no, just some guy getting too close. Who are you anyway?
Sorry to alarm you, miss. I'm Declan Ward. I'm a late arrival.
Oh, the guy Quinn called out this morning. That must have felt good, yes? I am Inês Barbosa. This place is boring and cold, but the boat over from Brazil was worse, so I won't complain.
I'm not going to be creepy, but I'm going to look you up and down, love. Alright, the pin. Hand-me-down Irish keepsake. An old brooch in an Irish style. The image on it is an old oak tree. And then the shawl. Foreign fashion mixed with local. Either an attempt to blend in or out of practicality, she's wearing local fashion, which I assume is her usual clothes. Hey, Joshua. Thanks for saying hello, stopping by. Hope things are well, champion. Nothing interesting. What about your keepsake, love? It was my father's, or maybe his mother's. He didn't bring much when he left Ireland. So she's Irish-Brazilian. They're very far away from each other. And yet even less on him. The day he died, defending my mother. My mother took this and ran. She passed it to me so I would have something of his. You have the weird dreams, love? Just the one dream since coming here, which is odd enough. Itself, yes. I walked the holes of this place. Well, not the holes. They look similar, but longer, taller. I think this is our third. I try to find a way out, a way home, I think, even though I myself will not return to Brazil. There are doors blocking the corridor itself. I had to move something like light to lock them, I think. I do not understand that part. Eventually, I am at the seance and can go no further. Do you mean something like that? Indeed. Alright, I'm sure now that there's a shared dream being experienced here, but what was it trying to convey, and how do I find out? I don't know where to start with that. If only there were a way I could revisit and explore the dream itself. Maybe I need to wait until I fall asleep again. Bit on the bridge game attendees. Why don't you tell me every single thing you're going to do hour by hour this week, love? Thank you. You know anything about Walter Blake? The boy in the paintings, yes? I don't suppose the child has much business being here.
I have.
Oh, if you.
Alright, she told me about a carnival as well, which is interesting. Perhaps. Maybe we get to go to the carnival. Okay, Joyce is in the atrium. We haven't talked to her yet because her face isn't there. So let's go talk to Joyce and meet up with her. By the way, champions, if you haven't been following Corporate Tom, you should. I mean, I keep him locked up, but his videos are starting to pick up again, which is good news. He's not using AI anymore. He's using his big brain instead. It is amazing.
Mrs. Joyce, do you have the master key for the southeast corridor?
Oh no, Mr. Varley. I only had the atrium master key with me today. I can fetch it for you. It's only on the room cart in the supply closet.
Thank you. Now, one of the
We've
guests
already
has lost
seen
her
this.
key, and I was hoping
Did
I
I
could
not
use
say?
this to get her back in.
We might be repeating. a little
Might
bit.
Mr.
No, I was just out in the stables. He has the northwest.
I don't suppose Mr. Doyle had it.
Mr. Doyle's key privileges have been revoked.
Oh, I forgot he locked the southwest key in the basement storage. Has he not gotten that out yet?
No, he claims he can't find a way through. But I'm telling you what I told Mr. Hunter. Do not do it for him. And that is not all.
What? What in the heavens was he doing in there?
I do not know, but I doubt it was cleaning. When you have time, perhaps you would see if you can find it. And clean up anything he's done.
Okay, so Mr. Doyle.
Oh, Mr. Farley, I've had it
He's a
up
bit
to here with
suspicious.
that boy. I'll get to it as soon as I'm done with my morning chores.
I appreciate that. I would also appreciate some decorum with Miss Mantovani. She's the Marquess guest and the host of this seance, which you know is important to the future of this manor. Once this whole business is done, she and the rest of the guests will be moving on. It is only a few days' decency, Mrs. Joyce.
Useful information to have. I've made note of it. Many doors require a key to open. Yeah. Okay. See, that's the son. Jonathan Blake, Walter, and wife Mary. Mary, who's disappeared. Oh. Another one of those ghosts, eh? Where did she go? Was that a ghost? Get a grip, Declan. You're tired and this place is getting to you.
What do you make of this then, sir?
I was rather hoping you might be able to tell me.
I've not the faintest.
We haven't talked to
But I
Coventry yet,
noticed
I think.
that it's finally gone down.
Has it now?
Aye, sir. It's been climbing all week, but finally went the other way this morning.
How odd. I wonder what caused that.
It's because someone didn't want to go to the seance anymore. I'm not sure what this guy's role is. What's with your fingers, mate? Stained hands. He's either been recently moving around the old spaces, or he has not cleaned his suit in a while. Huh. What have you been doing, matey? You've been up to some mischief,
day.
I reckon.
I don't believe we've met. My name is Simon Coventry. I'm a jeweller from London.
who might you be?
Declan Ward, sir. Pleased to meet you.
No, very pleased to meet you, I'm sure. This is my first séance, and I must say that everyone is so very interesting.
Well, I hope not to disappoint.
I'm sure you won't, dear boy. Now, can I help you?
You've been climbing through ducts, matey? How did that get there? Perhaps the housekeeper is not as fastidious as she should be. Your hands, they're stained. I took some work with me. I was working on some pieces in my room before I stepped out. I should have done a better job cleaning up after myself. Huh. You mentioned you were a jeweler. I am, or rather I was. I ended up in London alone as a young lad. Nothing to my name, but my mother had loved jewels, so as a result, did I. I found work cleaning a shop at first. I was a well-spoken lad, and I knew my stuff, so in time, I was raised to sales. One thing led to another, and time passed by, all too quickly. Eventually, I wound up with my own shop in London, did a tidy trade, earned enough to live well, no small feat in that city. I sold up when my wife passed. It didn't fill me the same way it did before that. I still do enough to cover my needs, select clients and all that, but not a whole lot more. Huh. I found a dropped locket in the southwest corridor, which I believe you are staying in. Ah, yes, that belonged to my dear dead wife from before we were married. Dabney she was, Elaine Dabney. I'm here hoping to speak to her, you see. I'm told something personal can help anchor the ghosts. I must have dropped it. Thank you, Mr. Ward. Okay. Tell me about where you're going to be for the next 4 days. Tell me about your dead wife. Lillian. Earlier this year, she turned quickly. We had access to doctors, but they could do little to ease her suffering. I'll confess I am lost without her, which, foolish as it sounds, is how I ended up here. Her illness took everything from me. The little I had left I spent to come here, on the hopes that the claims about this seance are true. If I could see her, hear her, then I'd gladly give it all, down to the very shirt on my back. Yeah, that was a different name, wasn't it? Name mismatch. He's saying, yes, I did Lillian early this year, but didn't we give him the pendant? Before we were married, she was Elaine Dabney. You literally told me her name was Elaine, mate. Yeah. What was your wife's name again? Lillian Coventry. Smith before we married. Elaine Dabney. You told me her name was Elaine Dabney. Oh, that was my first wife. A man of my age has history, you see. Right. So the first wife... He's got 2 dead wives. Where there's smoke, there's fire, matey. And he wants to talk to the first wife. But he's lost without the second wife. And he said if I could hear her, then I'd gladly give it all, down to the shirt on my back. That's very strange. Like, which wife does he care about? I'm a bit confused about that. Yeah, you know anything about Walter Blake? It is very odd. Indeed, Rat thinks. He lives in their private residence off the east wing, I believe. I saw him once being wheeled through the grounds, but it was only from a distance. I gave him a wave and he returned it, but I'll admit, it was lackluster. Sounds like a party. What if they both show up? What if they both show up? What if they're being seanced in different rooms? And it's like, you know how in those 90s, 80s, 90s sitcoms where a guy would accidentally organize 2 dates with 2 women at the same time and he'd have to go to one. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to... That was a weird trope. Bit of a recluse, having lost his mother at such a young age. I find it understandable. I want to talk to Walter Blake. I should probably be asking everyone about why they're here for the grand seance. There is someone on the other side I should speak to just once more. God, what I would give to hear my Lillian again. What I would have given. He's back on Lillian. What about Elaine, mate? Yeah, names of bridge people. We haven't made much progress on, like, the fight during bridge.
Good.
And
I should close off the mystery of Miss Dean's bedroom. If I can form a hypothesis, I will learn something useful for my investigation.
Okay. I mean, surely we should be able to say which is Miss Dean's bedroom, which is 15, if I remember right. Which one do I need to choose? Yeah, 15's been ripped as well. We've got the disappearing door. We've talked to 2 of the staff about the disappearing door. Why is Percival Blake related to the missing doorway? Oh, he walled people up in the manor. That's right. Drowned in retaliation. An ancestor. Alright, what do I select to solve the mystery, mate? I get so confused about how to actually... I need to investigate Percival more, do I? Is that... But why did it come up with that thing saying, hey Tom, mate, let's close this one off? See, this one's got a light bulb, which means that we can make a hypothesis, but it doesn't seem... I don't know why it doesn't, like, stalk through the head mage by this third party while a shadowy figure watched. Because the shadowy figure, like, I already know it's the boy, but it won't let me select the boy because for whatever reason we haven't gotten that. Here. That's interesting. I haven't seen this before. Indiscussable with. A lot of them are locked. Maybe I need to actually ask people more about
Mr.
weird
Ward.
occurrences, which I haven't been. Strange occurrences. I think there are more crows around here than there should be. Alright, well we can research crows. What about hauntings? Nothing interesting. All right.
good and
Hello.
Oh, God bless you, sir. It isn't often
I thought
someone
I'd met her
introduces
already,
themselves to the
maybe.
help.
Didn't save.
Caitlin Joyce, if there's anything you need.
Oh, well, thank you, Mrs. Joyce. I'll try not to be a bother.
Nonsense, Lord knows. we could use. Why the Marquess saw fit to risk. Oh,
Yeah, we have. I remember we did talk to her because we got her to admit that she was the one putting up the crosses of St. Bridget around. She knows more than she lets on. Remind me to save it, chat, before we quit today. Strange looking thing. It was around here years ago, the vase. One of the Blake family. Not living here now, it was hers. Got it all the way over to in Egypt, would you believe it? There's a painting of her in the atrium, yes. St. Bridget's Cross. Yeah. Bridge game, nothing interesting. Missing doorway. Reminds me of, I wish you'd said nothing. Brought back a terrible story for me. I won't go near the East Tower unless I have to. How the master can have a portrait of that man after what he did to those two. Right, that's, what's his name? The man that was killed.
I'll be off.
God.
Percival? Was his name Percival? Yes, Percival. Thank you, Radwings.
Good day.
Hello.
Okay, tell me about your week, love. Yeah. You know about the repaired door? Yeah, just Mr. Hunter. You... Little gets past you around here, love. You know about how Doyle's self-medicating? I'll set him straight. At least he has Father Sinnott to help him along. Always together recently, them two. It'll do Seamus some good. Oh, interesting relationship. I can't remember the room, she says. Yep, you're putting up the crosses. Mary Blake. God rest her soul. The Marquis just hasn't been the same. Poor Walter. Yeah, tell me about Walter. He's a quiet boy, keeps in his room when there's guests in the manor, but since the accident. Probably the same before, but that was a while back, and he was younger then. I assume he was hiding then too, just in his mother's petticoat. I don't really recall. He missed her something awful, the poor lad, but he's a sweet boy. Sometimes you forget he's just the young master and not family of your own. Tell me about Bridget. You seem to be into her with all your crosses around. No. A note to the manager complaining about Mrs. Joyce prying contact. Yeah, what about the complaints about you, love? Well, good. If this lot were pleased with me, I wouldn't be a very good Catholic, would there? Yeah, we did this one last time. Tell me about the surrounding area. Not much. Yeah, I don't think there's anything interesting there. She's been working here most of her life. They used to tell awful stories about this place as children, you know. And coming up the road to see the place didn't help, I'll tell you that. Thick fog, black windows, and you'd swear there were living things in the shadows. But I've been working here a long time and they haven't gotten me yet. Hauntings? Plenty of stories, especially the ones I heard as a girl. They were awful. Do you have any of your own? Oh, the only stories we have are the ones we tell ourselves, sir. And I try not to be a writer, but sometimes I get a terrible feeling of being watched. Can't be any stronger than the Lord. Alright. Okay.
I'll be off, Mrs. Joy.
God.
Look at this picture. Can't actually look at that. Okay, so we want to close off the trail, and we want to close off Miss Dean's bedroom. can't talk to her about Percival Blake, can we? Even though she indicated
day.
that,
Hello.
like, oh, bad memories. I know old Percival. I think when we go to people, Percival doesn't appear there. Although Evelyn does, even though she's gone.
I'll be off.
God bless.
While Mary Blake watched. Obviously not. While a hedge maze watched. Is there any other way that this could be that we have the answers? It's definitely stalked through. It's definitely hedge maze, isn't it? "12 of 14 pieces of evidence found, so maybe we do need the other 2 bits of evidence. Signs that were left a trail through the manor. Yeah, it went through the, oops. I followed Miss Dean's trail through the manor. She was knocking things down in the east corridors, and then she went through the gardens. I followed the trail through the hedge maze. I followed a trail. It's weird. Why are these 2 strands different? It says I should have enough evidence to figure out what's going on. Followed a trail through the hedge maze. Although the hedge maze was built in memory of Mrs. Mary Blake, the monument was not where Miss Dean was headed. I followed Miss Dean's trail through the hedge maze. Yes. It seems her Miss Dean made her way through the hedge maze. Based on this memory sigil, it is clear that the slipper must have belonged to Miss Dean. I found a slipper in the hedge maze. After following the trail, it's clear that the footprints belonged to Miss Dean's after she lost her slipper. Footprints found in the hedge maze. See, I can talk to the boy about that, but we haven't found him yet. G'day, Voidy. How's it going? Based on the vision, Miss Dean was specifically led here. Though it is unclear why to this location. The dead end at the end of the maze. Miss Dean's path was influenced by a figure guiding her. Oh. Is stalked through wrong? What else do I have? I don't think she was brought to. Oh, was it brought to? No? Why not? Oh, they were brought to the shadowy figure. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. This took a little while, Jack, but it's okay. We got there. Oh my god! I thought she was stalked. I thought she was being chased.
Something guided Miss Dean through the grounds. Though I'm not yet sure to where. The whole time they were being watched by the culprit. Can I learn anything useful about the culprit from this?
They just happened to be here. The shadowy figure came from them too. They were hiding from the entity. The boot prints belonged to them. I think the boot prints belong to them. Because, yeah, I thought the sentence was about the following, but it was actually about the guiding, and then the following was secondary.
The extra prints in the hedge maze must belong to the culprit. So now I know they wear a medium-sized boot. I have picked up another fact about the culprit. I wonder if there's anyone I could eliminate as a result. And if not, what investigating can I do to allow me to learn some useful facts about the suspects?
Well, I can look at how big their shoes are. Maybe the staff have heard of it before, some guests might know. The Haunting. So now we got to do a mystery on the thing that led her through the maze. Alright. So let's go to the culprit. They wear medium shoes, we know, and they're able to write. So we need to make sure we look at everyone's shoes when we sneak into their rooms. She has medium-sized shoes. Oh, it's nice that it gives us... Oh, actually. We've got a tick against Mr. Toussaint here. But we've only got 5 of 8 facts about him unlocked. Does that tick mean that we've... Have I already removed him? Because... No. The only things I know is the culprit can't write. And the culprit has medium shoes. So I know, like, O'Finn couldn't have been the culprit. How do I remove you, mate? There was a way I could, like, mark down people that couldn't have done it. I don't have a button for it. Am I in the wrong menu? Not sure. How many more bits of information do I need here? We've only got 8 bits of information about the missing room and need to investigate Percival Blake more. But why can't we ask her about Percival Blake? Let's check out the Haunting because we just unlocked that as well. Something more than mere ghosts is bound to Blake Manor. What is it and what does it want? A large shrouded figure I have seen and felt around Blake Manor. So we need to ask around about the shadowy figure and research about Irish mythology. Could the apparition I saw near the old anvil be connected to the entity? I should revisit the book in the library. Hey Josh, welcome back. Good to have you here, champion. An old anvil. Alright, maybe we head to the library and do a bit of research because there seems to be a couple topics we need to get our head around. So we're in the atrium, and the library is behind us. So it was Irish mythology we need to look up. And a little bit about the smithing and gods. Maybe that's the same stuff. Religion? Is that it? Copies of the Bible sit here with other core texts of other faiths. It's interesting to see them so openly displayed. Is there anything I want to look up? Samhain is a Gaelic festival occurring in November. Born of pagan traditions, the boundaries between mundane world and other world would weaken. Spirits were appeased with offerings of food and drinks. Yeah. Pagan sites. Okay, I don't think that's interesting. So, I need things about Irish. Oh, is this going to be the same? This is also religion. Yes. You and your history teacher were bonding over the Golden Idol, and you remembered me. Oh, excellent. I did love the Golden Idol. Edward Blake, the man who built the original manor back in the 1650s. Okay, we don't know much about him. Blake history. Yeah, Percival Blake. Percival Blake became the Marquis of Doon at the age of 24 when his father Reynard died of old age. This was in 1739. Through the Great Freeze, the Year of the Slaughter, the Jacobite Rising. Oh my god, there's so much background. Until he drowned in the tsunami of 1755 by the age of 40. Oh, this is the father it's talking about, because Percival was killed. I see some notations that suggest he didn't drown in the tsunami. Oh mate, this is about Percival, is it? Yes. More than he was drowned during it. It seems he was not popular with the people around him. In 1744, a scullery maid went missing. Rumors suggested he had rejected advances. She had rejected his advances. Her fiancé came from a nearby village to find her, and he too wasn't heard from again. Various notes are added from different periods that say staff believed he walled them up, alive. One note says they can still be heard sobbing for one another in the darker months. How vile. Despite this gruesome reputation, a portrait of him still resides in the East Manor. Wow, look at all this stuff we've learned. Mary Blake. Wed Jonathan Blake. Established the Blake Foundation, which seemed to be a good thing. Several orphanages and schools and such. Organised fundraising events. So she seemed to be a good woman. Took up the position of philanthropist and charity worker, acting as a pillar of a community until her death. Wilhelmia. Passion for music. Okay, this is too much information. I probably shouldn't be looking up people just to look them up. Oh, we got a Percival Blake book. Oh, it's the same information I just read. Irish mythology. That's not letting me... I want to look up about the old Irish gods, but it's not letting me... Like the smithing god. But all of these things aren't actually getting us anywhere, are they? Oh, maybe we haven't done this one yet. The giants. No. People of Ireland, rare beings, twice the height of man. Are they the same as the giants? I probably should have read that properly, but let's have a look at what we learned. I need to learn more about Tuatha De Danann. Alright, are you in the book as well, matey? Maybe I need to ask around. The maid probably knows about Tuatha, because she's into the old gods, isn't she? Alright, Miss Quinn, you're new. Let me look at your brooch. Striking brooch around the collar. Scars on her hand and face, multiple scars as if she's suffered from several different accidents and injuries. Pen and pocket. Its varnish is worn around the grip. She uses it often and probably for long periods of time. Scan on.
If you'd hold a moment, I'm just looking for something.
Are you all right, miss?
Fine. Just looking for a book. I know I had it just a few days ago, but now it's nowhere to be found. Without it, damn it! I'm at a dead end. Would you tell me if you see it? It's a book on local land records from late last century. It has to be around here somewhere, unless another guest has taken it.
I'll see what I can do.
Find her book on land records. What's her schedule?
What? Listen, sir, I don't want to.
I'll see what I...
Right, she doesn't want to talk until we have the book. That's probably why it's given us our schedule rather than making us... because we didn't have access to talking to her for it. A couple of drinks missing from the sherry. She is very worked up about that book. So it must be important if someone's stolen it. Irish history. Maybe this is important with the I don't want to learn about any of that. I want to learn about that Irish god with the giants. Spiritualism. Yeah, don't care about any of that. Irish folklore. No. World history, probably not. What about the carnival? Yeah, okay. Whatever. Flora and fauna. Okay, here we go. The Tuatha De Danann, or people of Danu, are the old gods of Ireland, with Danu being the sort of earth mother-type entity representing the land itself. A race of beings, each twice the height of the man. That's the same thing we already read. Why is it costing me a minute? Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, we've hit 1 p.m. Alright, let's go for lunch in the dining room, champions. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really need to... Cup medicine? Yeah, we already looked up. Well, that's... I'd already done this one, but I'm worried I didn't save it because, it still said it was going to take a minute to learn about her spontaneous abortion. Oh, who's this woman? Oh, where did you come from, love? I don't know either of you. They look like sisters. Very similar. Alright, I guess we'll talk to them before we go for lunch, eh? White heather hairpin. And She presents herself more like a child than an adult with the watch she's wearing.
I don't believe we know each other, do we? Have you just arrived?
She sounds very
Only
Irish.
recently. Declan Ward, miss. Pleased to meet you.
And are you, Mr. Ward? Were you meant to be here, or did something bring you suddenly? Oh, blast. That shouldn't matter. Oh, and now I've forgotten to say my name. Ivy McLeod. I'm sorry. You have me all flustered. I am host to the Second Sight, you see. I know things. Or at least I should. It feels as if, since coming here, I'm host to nothing anymore. I should have known you were going to be here. And be late. But it's just more proof that something is wrong.
That's interesting. So... Oh, she's Scottish. Tell me about your second sight, love. Normally I'd joke that I knew you were going to ask it, but since coming here, I've felt blinded in a way. I put the cart before the horse. You don't even know what that is that I've lost yet. I passed down by blood through Scottish families. It's not uncommon. A fair few people have the ability, or at least a little bit. It just so happens that I'm the only one in my family to have any measure. And it came in very strong. The second sight, it gives person foreknowledge. Or just knowledge that you couldn't possibly know. I get visions, mostly of things to come. Or I used to. For all that your visions must show you have an air of innocence about you. My innocence is nearing its end. Not because of the seance, because of the events surrounding it. I begin to suspect that it ties in with my diminishing visions. Tell me about yourself. First daughter of Lord Robert MacLeod. Not the only child, though. I have 2 brothers. I'd say for my sins, but I love them. But also for my sins. And if a laird or my accent didn't give away, I'm Scottish through and through. Though I've been spending time in London. White Scottish feather. Mr. Hunter would braid it into my hair when I was a girl, and it stuck. Oh, okay, you've been around a while there, if you know Mr. Hunter. He worked on my family's estate years ago. Right. That's a weird connection. He's the stable hand. He looks after the horses. The gardens. Been good to see him again. Some people think it's improper for us to talk, of course, but you don't. How can you tell? Some things you just don't need a second sight to see. Yeah, tell me about your relationship with Dara. Used to work my family's estate. Introduced you to the horses. He's always been very kind with them. It's a good man. Okay, so there must be some mystery later that comes into effect. That seems too coincidental. Didn't play bridge, you know about Miss Steen's room. Tell me about what you're going to be doing. I'll see even see more. Yeah, strange occurrences. Woke up last night with all the windows open. Didn't sleep much after that. You don't know anything about the boy, do you? He's the heir. What about Carmela, the main medium? According to her tea, I was perhaps more excited than I ought to be to talk to her, but she was lovely about it. Gave me a reading. Yeah, okay.
I'll let you...
Take care.
What about you, Miss Lau? Watchful expression. She has an acute gaze, no doubt watching events very carefully. Morning cameo. A jet and ivory cameo depicting this man's silhouette. His memory of someone, but who? Okay.
I don't think we've met. Who might you be?
My name's Declan Ward. Miss...
Ah, the man from this morning. The man from room... number 4.
She does pay attention.
I am Mrs. Victoria Lau. How do you do?
Mrs. Lau. A pleasure. Another seance attendee?
Indirectly only. I am Miss MacLeod's chaperone. The event itself is not to my taste. I am here for her, and her alone.
So...
That's all, Miss...
Farewell, Miss...
Okay, so her chaperone. I just wanted to check that that was MacLeod.
Hello?
Which is a very Scottish name. You said you're her chaperone. She needed someone to accompany for her event, and I wanted to see Ireland. Then she's my closest friend. I had little reason to turn her down. I have no skill like Ivy does, but I'm interested in being here. You seem to keep a keen eye on things. You can learn a lot about a person or situation just from keeping a careful watch. Tell me about yourself. Not a spiritualist, not interested. Into psychology, the human mind. Raised in London. Second sight is what brings us here. Sounds outlandish, but she is genuine. She has visions of the future. She gave me a warning when she pulled me aside at a party, even though I was a stranger. She predicted my husband's passing. Perhaps if I'd been more often. If I'd listened, acted sooner. You know, if someone told me, hey Tom, I've got a vision, Sarah's gonna die, and then she dies the next day, I'd be a little suspicious. Just be like, that's oddly specific. After his death, I had no questions about her ability. She was there while I mourned, and in time we became friends. She mentioned it has weakened her since she came here. Strangely enough, though, I might have expected the opposite. Alright, tell me about your husband. I'm no longer expected to dress in mourning for him, and he would not have wanted me to continue on anyway. I like to keep the cameo, keeps him close. Of course you wouldn't know the room. Tell me about your timetable. Yeah. You haven't seen the washerwoman? Oh, you have seen the washerwoman. Entering the ladies' bathroom, I shrieked and fell back. Maybe I should be asking people about the washerwoman. Strange occurrences. Hauntings. Not that interested. Bridge game.
That's all, Miss...
Farewell.
So if we look at the mystery of the fight, what do I need to progress with this? Because we have 17 of 24 bits of evidence. Oh my god, I haven't even thought about this, but look at all this nonsense we have. The porter overheard Miss Dean arguing with the man not long before she disappeared. So I need more alibis. Right. Father Sinot, Master Blake. We need to knock them out. How do I have 17 bits of evidence, but we don't have anything connecting him, or him, or him, or him? I guess I gotta keep asking about that bridge game. Surprisingly blasphemous piece. Alright, I think we better go to the, got dreams, yeah, lucid dreaming, be able to control the state. That might be important for the dream mystery. Would a psychologist or doctor know more about this? Oh wow, that does help. So I guess we got to figure out about how we can lucidly dream. Archaeology, I don't think there's anything we need to know. No. That's geography. I don't think I care about any of that. Alright. It's already 1:29. 1:27 in real life. So I gotta get to that lunch in the dining room. Which we're in the northeast corridor. Oh, okay. It's just down here.
Focus, child!
No, I am. You've just lost me.
A master key! Surely the staff has one for the bedrooms!
No, we have 5. Sorry, that was strange. It was as if...
Yeah, I mean, we must have not said properly last time, because I'd heard this conversation as well, but it was in a different
Where is your
area.
clarity, child? Was it... or...
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll find you later, should you have another lucid moment.
Hello again, sir. Certainly, sir.
Show me to my seat.
Care to join us, sir? If you don't mind me speaking for you both.
No, it's all right. Maybe he knows something about Miss Hisham's friend.
Please. Declan Mord.
Yeah, okay. Now, Miss Hisham, who is your friend?
Miss Dean. Evelyn Dean. Have you met her?
Is this a joke? Did Evelyn... Miss Dean put you up to this?
Mr. O'Mara, please.
Sorry. Yes, I know, Miss Dean. We have... history.
Oh,
I thought maybe she sent you down here to make fun at my expense. It would be the sort of thing she would find amusing.
What about her?
Thank you. I was
Wait,
meant
haven't
to
I done
meet
this
her yesterday.
conversation as well?
But I haven't seen her.
She left?
A family.
Do you know?
As much as I know any of you three, I'm afraid. We talked at the afternoon tea on Tuesday, which...
Tuesday, you say?
You, Miss...
Yeah, I'd already done this one as well.
With Root.
You are...
Oh, yes, but...
It is very... I'm sorry.
Please...
Of course.
Me too.
Always remember to save, chat. Find hypnotic music. Right. To help us lucid dream and research more about lucid dreaming. The old gods. Smithing of the old gods. I wonder if there's any guests that have knowledge about this. Ah, yeah. We need to chat to... O'Finn. Don't know where he is though. He'd have a lot of... Look at the way he's dressed. Of course he knows about the old gods. Who's in the telegram room? Don't think I've got anything to ask you about love, but no, I do want to do some of these. Strange happenings, hauntings, nothing. Around seance, nothing. Miss Dean's room.
I have.
Oh, if you say that.
Teleport you on Telegram. Righto. Well, let's go to the Telegram room. Oh, you're new. Mysterious crest on the necktie. Cigar stains. He's a smoker. And he's got an ornamental cane just for show. Alright, let's ask you about that, matey. Who are you?
Terrible weather out, eh? Really ruined my morning walk. Still, we're safe enough from it in here. Where are my manners? I'm Michael Skerritt, over from London. And you mark my words, young man. That's a name everyone will remember by the end of this event.
Declan Ward. The pleasure is mine.
I just want to know who you are, maybe. London, boy. Rich. Okay, that doesn't... Oh, too close to the next hour, dang it. I didn't get to have a proper chat to him. Alright, I think we can visit the religion guy now, because we know that Oakfin will be in the hedge maze. Oh, I didn't get to ask him about his timetable either. That's annoying. I should have just asked him about his timetable,
Hello?
Shadowy figure. Doesn't know. Tell me about Walter Blake. Take a meal for him every so often. He's only 10. You know about the urn? No. Tell me about your timetable. Yeah. That is always worth a minute. Your Celtic Cross. Doesn't even know why he's got it. Shaky hands. This is another thing that I think I've done before. Someone finally said that about her complaint, Miss Joyce. St. Bridget's Cross, yeah. You look tired, it's the drugs, eh? Or maybe because I didn't save, I didn't catch him being on drugs. Although we did get a clue about that. Miss Dean. We don't get many women around here. Tell me about yourself. I've been here a while. From around here. Yeah, he's very...
I'll leave you.
Yeah. He's high. He's not helpful. Alright, let's go to the hedge maze. Which we need to go... this way. We need to find out about these old gods. That's not the way. Oh, she's got a thing above her head. Eavesdrop. But... is she just going to talk to herself?
Idiots. And what did you think would happen? That nobody would mind? That they were not entirely as capable of vengeance as you? And for what? For 16 funerals in 30 years? But at least the caskets were nice.
She is
I never
worked
even
up.
saw the ruin you caused. It's just me in this godforsaken library. Bastards. What damnable stock we are.
Good voice actor. You want to tell me about
What?
why you're
Listen,
yelling at
sir,
yourself?
I don't want to.
I'll see.
No, she won't talk to me until I get the book. This way to the old garden. Oh, there's got to be an eavesdropping around here, eh?
You really mean to tell me you've never been to so much as a tarot reading before? Awfully common, of course, tarot. A seance or other ritual is preferable.
No, I confess. But this seance sounded so fascinating.
No one could fault you for your lack of ambition.
Ambition? If you like. Who isn't a little interested in whatever comes next? Especially at our age.
Well,
Synod we haven't analyzed yet. He looks a little... Gonna be honest, Father Synod
Yes, my
doesn't
child.
look like a holy man.
Hello, Father. My name's Declan Ward. I've only just arrived.
Wonder if he knows about the
I
occult
just
gods.
wanted to say
Probably
hello.
not, 'cause he's a Catholic.
Very. You want my name?
Good to meet you.
I am.
I'm surprised to see a cat.
Is that so? Worried for my eternal. Worry not, dear child. The church keeps an eye on all such things. It is good for us to know what secrets these events uncover, what secrets these old houses hold.
Unusual cross. Looks different to any I've ever seen. He does not look well. Scarring as if he's seen some sort of combat. And a strange Bible as well. Alright, I got a lot to ask you about, mate. It's an uncommon translation I picked up on my travels. It's focused. For those with the eyes to see, it shows it all. I would not think too hard about it. Depicts the everlasting life of the immortal soul. His cross represents my own personal flavor of belief. You look under the weather. When you reach my eyes, not giving away anything. Scarring. I was a missionary in my youth, foolish enough to think I could bring enlightenment to the masses through word instead of deed. Anywhere exotic. A lot of places. Wasn't at the bridge game. Timetable, please. Yes, yes, yes. You don't know about the boy, do you? Strange occurrences. Nothing, or the hauntings. Nothing. Don't think I've got anything else.
Well,
Go with.
Is there anything I want to ask you about, Mr. Varley?
May I be...
Repaired door? No. Ghosts? No. Bridge game? One of the events was run to the guests. Marquis Blake was overseeing it himself. I took the opportunity to meet with the housekeeping coordinator wrote us the following day. I'm afraid I have little else to tell you.
Sir.
Let's go into the hedge maze and find old mate. Wonder if the fact that it gives us a compass here matters. Probably not. Just matches what we already have. I guess it does tell us that this map is northeast, southwest. a lot of people here. 4 people in the hedge mage. Let me overhear them. Eavesdrop.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm fine. I suppose this morning's cards suggest our preparations will not go unused.
I think that would be best for you to judge.
I will make the best of it.
Can I do anything for you?
You stay here with me for a moment?
Alright. Mr. O'Meara.
What's this now? What Egypt carved this rubbish? You'd have to work hard to make a more wrong-looking rock. Some posh folly, this. And you're back.
Belt. Your crown, mate. Pale speaking to you, lad. It's a circlet. It's a sign of my station as a druid, a protector of the land and its inhabitants. Crown. Discussion update washable. I saw the washing woman at the fountain. I knew there would be a death here, I'm sorry. You saw a being nigh, lad. Spells trouble. Life-ending type. She's a portent, you see, an omen. One that means death and grief have come to your house. Somebody will die here this weekend, possibly more than one, certainly no less. Miss Dean, am I too late? Do you know about the goddess Brid? Aye, her father was the chieftain of the Tuatha De Danann. She's a powerful and versatile god. Her realm is up in Farhat by Dundalk. A modest shrine, but then that's how she'd like it. I think I've seen something stalking around the manor. A shadowy figure. You've seen the Tuatha De Danann. You're a lucky man. The old gods. Get an education in your heritage, lad. They walked this land a long time ago before disappearing into the other world, but fragments still exist. Like you'd say, large ghostly forms. Can you tell me much about the Tuatha De Danann? Nothing you won't find in a book. Okay, that's useless then. They're the old gods of this land, being tricked by mortals. What they think of us now, I can't say. Do they hear us, talk to us like the old Christian thinks their God does? I cannot say. They've never asked me more than that. You're a druid. As much as anyone can be, the Catholics didn't leave much of a trace of the old ways, but a piece together tradition that feels alright to me called Druidism. No more made up than anything else, mind. For the most part, I just treat all natural things as equal in value. People, plant, animals, and places. Real places, the wild and such, not man-made intrusions like the manor. Bloody eyesore. What is the code you live by? It's nothing fancy. I try to treat everything equal. Okay, that's what you just said to me. Don't know about the boy, do you? No, he came quite late. What do you think of the father?
Only do something if you want.
Alright, chat. I gotta get back to work, but thank you so much for joining. At least we got one mystery solved. And I reckon we're well on our way to the room. And the fight. So hopefully we'll be able to get those done in the next stream. I'll be back next Wednesday. Good to see you all. Appreciate the company. And I'll see you soon, champions. Bye for now. Quick save. There we go. We save this time. We save this time. Bye for now, champions.